Oh, hi there. You must be wondering what I'm drinking in my cup. It's the tears of all non-Laker fans because the Lakers got Luka Doncic, right? God, the beauty of being a Laker fan, the beauty of we always get our way, right? And to see all these people crying and just like, win, boo-hoo, Lakers got Luka, no one else had a fair chance, but completely ignore that the Lakers gave up Anthony Davis. Which team in the league? Seriously, for a moment, right? So many problems, so many people. You got like Jason Whitlock calling Adam Silvers, "Ooh, you gotta veto this, you gotta stop it," right? Which team is giving up a guy better than Anthony Davis, right? Yes, should the Lakers have maybe have given up more picks and all this stuff? Sure. But Dallas got rid of him for his health and his conditioning. And like, there was a major risk. Lakers were willing to take that risk. Now, would other teams have taken that risk? Of course, every team in the league would have taken that risk. But again, which team is giving up a better player than Anthony Davis? I'm not saying that there aren't better players in the NBA than Anthony Davis. I'm saying which team would give that player up to go and acquire Luka, right? Because chances are you're wanting to pair that guy with Luka. The Dallas Mavericks, they didn't want to rebuild. They didn't want yes, could a team like Houston giving you all these picks and young players? Could San Antonio have given you all these picks and young players? Sure, that's not what they wanted. They had a very specific need, a very specific want. They wanted a guy like Anthony Davis because they could have plugged him right in, and you still have a top 10 player, a 25-point-a-game guy that can also be the best defensive player in the world, right? It's so funny how everyone just ignores all the real context here. Everyone's just like, but teams could have given such a better package than the Lakers, right? But again, they didn't want to rebuild. If they were hitting the reset button, if Dallas wanted to rebuild entirely, and if Dallas was like, you know what, like, hey, we're gonna sell off everybody, then sure, yes, they should have put him on the open market and sold him to the highest bidder. That's not what it was, right? Like, Wemby isn't being traded for Luka. They would want to pair him. They're not trading Jokic for Luka. They would want to pair him. Like, how many teams are trading their star and actually makes more sense than Anthony Davis, right? Given Anthony Davis's age, the timeline in which they want to meet. Like that's what I think is funny is like everybody talked about how Anthony Davis was this, that, and the other. And now, one, you can see a lot of people, they're like, oh, he's this great player. But when he was on the Lakers, he's injury prone, he's street clothes, he's all this stuff. But you see all the media is like, man, Anthony Davis, Dallas might be the best team in the league. But when he was on the Lakers, the dude was trash, right? It's just, the flip-floppiness is just hilarious to me. Now, look, in all honesty, Dallas, I think, is going to be very good. I think there are some people and some media heads that are greatly underestimating Dallas. The question becomes, can Kyrie, who has always been best as a number two, and Anthony Davis, who's probably best at a number two, can the two number twos come together to win a chip, right? That's the question. I wouldn't rule it out, though. Dallas is going to be probably the best defense in the NBA, right? They still have, again, two guys that go get you 25 a night. They have multiple role guys. They have excellent depth, versatility off the bench, multiple wings. I mean, they are still a very complete team. They have multiple bigs, so they can match up against anybody that they want at this point. It's not like people act like Dallas got an absolute bum for Luka. Dallas fans, I completely get. Dallas fans, I mean, they should be furious, right? Like, Dallas, it would be like the Lakers trading Kobe at 25. Kobe wanted to be traded, and the Lakers were like, nope. Right? It was like the total opposite, right? And so I understand Dallas fans being furious, but everybody else, it makes no sense, right? Again, look at the actual context. The Dallas Mavericks wanted to stay competitive, wanted to win, and wanted Anthony Davis. That's what they said. Should they have gotten both first? Yes. Should they have gotten both first? Dalton Connect and Austin Reeves, probably. Yes. But again, there was risks. The whole reason that Dallas wanted to trade Luka was because of those risks. Now, I believe that the Lakers are probably the best place for him out of anywhere else, right? Because one, he has LeBron James, the guy on the poster behind me, that is the most conditioned athlete probably ever and puts millions and millions of dollars into his body. And the guy is like a freak of nature, right? And he's going to be able to help guide Luka. It's why the Lakers want him to be the mentor and be the guy to kind of like usher Luka into the next era, right? I think he has that. He has that stability. He's going to be able to get on LeBron's, regime and trainers and all these experts and all that stuff. Also, the Lakers completely revamped their entire training and health department, right? The Lakers there was questions the last few years, right? Haven't been healthy. It's been a mess. They went and just cleaned house. And the Lakers, knock on wood, have been incredibly healthy this year, right? Think of all the injuries. They were all last year, right? Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Wood, Gabe Vincent. This year, we've been healthy. Have guys missed games? Yes, of course, but guys are going to miss games. It's part of how it works. But it's more for like precautionary, like you keep hearing, like for precautionary reasons, right? So we have literally the best training staff in the league now. The head of our training staff was Team USA's Olympic health guy, right? And before that was like the track and field guy or something like that for the Olympics. Right? They literally went out and got the best doctors, the best dietitians, the best everything. Because the Lakers, what did they say all offseason? They wanted to be the hub. They wanted to be this place for growth, development, right? They wanted to create this culture, create this system. So they went out and they did that. And so now you have that. You have LeBron to help Luka. Now, at the end of the day, it's on Luka's shoulders. It is up to Luka on whether or not he's actually going to put the time, effort, and energy into it, right? If Luka really wants to change, which he should, this man just got traded unexpectedly and then has been being fat shamed the entire time. Literally. Like, if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what is. And here's my problem, like, with Dallas and why, like, if I was a Dallas fan, I'd be furious. They just keep dragging this man through the mud. It is crazy at this point, right? It's one thing if you came in, right? Obviously, Anthony Davis, both sides wanted to keep it incredibly tight-lipped and a secret, which makes sense, right? If that gets out and it doesn't go through, well, then now you have Luka who's like, why would I want to be here? Right? You guys just tried to trade me. And then you have Anthony Davis that's like, dude, trade me. Like, what? I thought I was your guy. I thought I was your future, right? Like, you potentially just put blood in the water, right? Like, it would have been a disaster. So you had to keep that as tight-lipped as possible. Does it suck, right? To lose Luka or to lose Anthony Davis, but you got Luka, right? Like, it's not like they traded Anthony Davis. Like, you got the better player. You got the better future. You got better everything. It just sucks that Anthony Davis kind of got blindsided by it. It is. It sucks. But immediately the Lakers came out and were like, we love Anthony Davis. We want to wish him the best. We wanted to give him the best chance to continue to win and yada, 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 right? Like, did the right thing, right? Covered, cross their T's, dot their I's. Hey, we're really sorry that we did this to Anthony Davis, but it's Luka. And you know what everyone did? Went, okay, every team in the league would have done that. We're all kind of like, man, it sucks. AD, it's going to be tough seeing him in a Mavs jersey and all that stuff, right? But everyone gets it. Everyone understands. Even people that aren't happy about Luka. Even like I've gotten comments from people that are like, the Lakers shouldn't have traded for Luka. Even people that feel that way, Luka is better than Anthony Davis, right? Luka is anywhere from the second best player to at worst the fourth or fifth best player. I don't even think it's that. It's probably like the third best player at worst, right? Like, so of course you're going to do that all day, including Sunday. And the Lakers still got to keep a first, still got to keep Austin Reeves, still got like they're in great shape. Like they fleeced Dallas by metric standards, right? But Dallas didn't get they didn't trade Austin Reeves for Luka. They traded Anthony Davis, right? Like literally. They traded a top 10 player and arguably, if not the best defensive player in the league. That can, by the way, still go get you 25 a night, right? Like, but Dallas, like Nico Harris needs to learn to just shut up. Dude, the guy went and did like a press conference a press conference. And in the press conference, just like kept digging a deeper and deeper and deeper grave. Before that, he released 2 public statements that were just like, he's always out of shape, condition. And we keep getting reports. Literally, there were reports last night about how they felt about Luka. And everyone's like, dude, they really hated Luka this much? Like, this is crazy, right? Instead of doing the proper thing, which is just like, hey, we just felt like this was best for our team. Luka, we just, whatever. You do the PC answer, right? We love Luka. He was a Mav, but we just feel like given where we're at right now, and even if everyone hates it, everyone's going to hate it regardless, and you just live with the fire, right? Like, that's what they should have done. But they did it. They keep dragging this man through the mud. And that's bad for their future. Because what? You don't think other stars are like what? Look at this, right? Like, they absolutely botched this in every way possible, right? It's not so much, it's bad enough that you just traded your franchise guy and now your entire fan base hates you, but then you just continuously do everything you can to drag this guy. Jason Kidd is in the press conference just like, all I wanted to do is just play the like, hello darkness, literally, like that's all I wanted to do. Him just sit there just like, I was like, dude, this poor guy, you just get like, he has to like sit up there and pretend. And then Nico's just like, he didn't know, this wasn't his decision, it was all me, right? It's crazy to me. But to get back to the main point of the video, I think it's funny that like how the narrative keeps changing, the goalpost keeps going, right? Like, first Anthony Davis, he's street clothes, he's this, he's that, the other. Now, I mean, I've literally gotten comments from people that are like, oh, enjoy Luka. Luka's not, like, stop. When Luka was on Dallas, everyone unanimously thought he was the greatest player in the league next to Jokic. Now he's on the Lakers and now he's mid, right? Like, of course. Now he's trash, right? Oh, yeah, Anthony Davis was garbage until he went to Dallas. Now the guy's a top 3 player in the league. Like, it's so funny to me. And then those same people argue like, but Luka, like, how could you do that? It's like, okay, I thought Anthony Davis, yes, guys like Stephen A. Smith is like, yo, Dallas is probably better now. You were just trashing Anthony Davis and LeBron like a week ago. Like, what are you talking about, right? It's just so funny watching everyone lose their minds and freak out because the Lakers are the Lakers. Guess what? They're the Lakers. It's LA, big market, Hollywood, sweet dreams, right? Like, it's how it works, right? Like, look at the Dodgers. You have just these destinations, right? Like LA, New York, Miami. You have these places that's where stars want to go. Right? But in Luka's case, that's not what this was. Luka didn't even want to leave Dallas. Right? Dallas did this. They did this to themselves. But they had a guy in mind. Again, which team is trading a better player than Anthony Davis? There isn't one. Because again, Milwaukee's not trading Giannis for Luka. Right? Like, Jokic isn't trading Steph. Like, they're not, like, none of these guys that, again, I'm not saying that there's not better players than Luka or than Anthony Davis. I'm saying which team is trading that guy for Luka. Right? Like, they're not. Because the whole idea would be to, unless they're just rebuilding and they just want to retool around Luka or their star is disgruntled or whatever. But like right now, if you called most of the, like, they're not trading SGA for Luka. Right? Like, like who? Again, maybe like Embiid, but that's because he can't stay healthy. But why would a team like Dallas want that? They had a very specific player in mind. There's only like 3 of those guys in the entire league. You got Anthony Davis, Wemby, and Giannis. Wemby and Giannis aren't being traded. They're not going to trade those guys for Luka. So who's left? Anthony Davis. Just so happens the Lakers are like, hey, we'll do it. Right? It's so funny to me. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Kind of mixed in the middle. Do you think it's just as silly as I think it is? I mean, literally, you have TV personalities calling Adam Silver's crying, right? Jason Whitlock is crying. This isn't good for the league. Dude, the NBA is sinking like a ship. You don't think Luka to the Lakers isn't good for the league? It's probably the best thing that could happen to the league. It's so silly, but let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.